Hello there folks and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 90. Today it is part 30 of Season 3. I'll tell you something, I feel like I do this every 5 parts now. Every time we get to a milestone, whether it be 20, 25, 30 or whatever, I'm like, I can't believe we're at episode 20, episode 30, but genuinely I can't. It doesn't feel like that long since the start of this season, but quite unbelievable we are at part 30 of Season 3. And for those of you keeping count, well, what a special episode it is for you guys today. Part 147 of the series as a whole, and if you don't know why that's important, then I don't know why you're watching. But anyway, it is time for the second part of our match against Mark Allen, the last 16 of the Betway UK Championship. We played the first 4 frames in the previous video, so I recommend you guys go and watch that before watching this. But if you did watch that, you will remember that we had probably our best start to a match of this length ever, certainly against somebody of Mark Allen's calibre. We took a lead of 4 frames to 0. Mark Allen has just not been there so far, but I have to say, we've not played our best. There have been some occasions where Mark Allen could well have won the frame. We've certainly given him an opportunity or two, but ultimately, we've been the better player. I like to comment from Sean the Bus, one of my more avid subscribers, a few weeks back, maybe a few months ago now, saying that, well, you can only beat who's in front of you, and I think that's a quote that's so true, because, well, we're 4-0 up, and Mark Allen hasn't done anything about it. We haven't played especially well, but as he said earlier, you can only beat who's in front of you. But in the last episode, Mark Allen broke off for this 5th frame. I was going to go for the pot there, but just looking at the position, it might be a little bit awkward. So I'm just going to play thin on the red and just try and get it somewhere back in the pack. But actually, that's not as thick as I thought it would be. So Mark Allen might well have a chance to get into this here. If the controller batteries do die during this, then I'll have to change them. That might be a bit of a distraction. But he's playing thin as well, so clearly no pot he thought was on there. Well, I've had a break since the last episode, as promised. I just think it simulates the longer matches better. You know, if you were to play the matches in one session, i.e. if I cut off from episode 1 and did this straight after, then I'd obviously be in form, wouldn't I? From those first 4 frames, I'd be dialed in. And it just seems silly to that because it's a poor simulation of what would happen in real life. But that is an absolutely fantastic safety shot right behind the brown, and that has got the snooker on Mark Allen. If he gets out of this one badly, there might well be a frame-winning chance. But he's actually not done too bad to get out of there, so fair play to him. He's actually done a very good job, to be honest. It's going to be tricky for us to keep this safe now, and that's the heartbreaking thing, I think, when you get your opponent into a snooker and actually it works the other way around. But credit to Mark Allen there, he's got out of that very well. Luckily, we've got a buffer of 4 frames, because this is going to be very tricky now to win this frame for me. I just tried to play the safety on the red, try and avoid the pink and the blue, which is a tall order, and get this up to bulk. That line doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's a good shot. That's a very good shot, actually. I think anything that could have been potted has been covered by that yellow, so a clever safety shot from us there, if I may say so myself. But if you guys are enjoying the series and do enjoy this episode, please make sure you leave a like. I was just looking through the viewing figures before I recorded this episode, and some of the viewing figures are brilliant recently. A lot of the matches are going above 100 views, which is fantastic to hear. And you guys are really enjoying the series, which is fantastic. So obviously if you continue that, the better. The more the better. The pink's going to block any thin safety here, so going to just take a chance by playing this red. I think it's worked out okay, actually. As long as the cue ball doesn't go into the corner pocket, it won't. I have to say, for once, we're actually playing half-decent safety, which is something we very rarely do.
Who will make the first mistake?
It's been an interesting safety battle so far. Oh. Well, Marco.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
It's close, but it's a chance, and it's there. We could just about see that. We were very lucky to see that, actually. Just a question of where we go next from here. That one next to the pink will go, but we've got to get a very good angle to avoid the pink blocking our route. So I honestly think we just play the safety here. It might be a miserable way to do things or a more boring way to do things, but I think the more we can rattle Mark Allen, the better. The more mistakes he's going to make. I mean, that was pretty good. It's not a snooker, but it's right on the bulk cushion. It just makes Kieran a little bit trickier from there. It's not worked out. Why?
Robertson, 1.
Why is it not worked out? Goodness knows. Well, I'll tell you something. Mark Allen has come back from that with a brilliant safety. He's got the snooker purely because he hit the jaw on the way through. I think I might try and come off the cushion here, you know. Rather than play the swerve shot.
He'll want fine control over the pace of this shot.
See what ends up. It's actually come off the jaw there, which is a problem. Yes, we've hit the red.
Brilliant.
But actually, we've not left anything on. Just the nature of the table that you probably won't coming out of the snooker, but ooh. Shame. Still can't see anything. So a very cagey start to this fifth frame. All I will say is that probably from this end of the table, queuing is a little bit easier. Might well open up the reds here because of that red going into the pack, but I think once again there might not be a way through unless you can get to this red that's right on the corner pocket, and obviously not. Plays the safety, thinks better of it, and I think this safety battle's going to be over fairly soon. I think we opened up the stable door, if you like, as soon as we played that red and hit it into the pack. I'm going to play the plant here. I'm going to play with some power. Surely we can't miss this. Yeah, it's there. Good pot. But it's going to take some clever queuing from here to register a good break. And annoyingly, that blue is right in the middle of right in the way of that middle pocket. I think something could go past it. So that means we've got to go for a rather tricky pink from here.
This really is tricky.
But it's there. Great queuing. I knew we weren't going to be left with much though from there. That's tight. Don't think that goes though. Maybe that was the wrong shot to play, I don't know. But this red should go. Come back off the cushion, hopefully line up for the black.
He's tempted by
Tricky
this
shot though. Oh, it's there, but have we snookered ourselves?
About that.
Oh, that's annoying. Well, I think we got away with things in previous attempts, but not here.
Of underhitting this.
So we've hit the black, but we've overhit that massively.
No, not the result he was looking for.
It's been a very bizarre start to this frame, and, well, would you believe it? 1 point's all Mark Allen's going to get unless he goes for a long pot on one of the bulk colours. He's going to go for the safety, which I don't blame him for. But I have to say, getting ourselves into that snooker, we've got away with that massively. Mark Allen only got 1 point out of it, and, well, couldn't get the cue ball safe. He was in a bit of trouble himself, and this is a very peculiar start to frame 5, but I think in these frames, I always just think, oh, well, because the other player's not playing well, we can take the mick a bit, we can play some stupid shots, but of course what happens then is that the player finally wakes up and nicks the frame off us. Hopefully that won't happen here. I was going to play with some top actually, but I think I'm just going to tap it off the cushion and go for the pink to the middle.
Excellent shot.
Quality queuing there, really good.
7.
But we've never got past the last 16 of the UK Championships. Last year we only got to the last 64. We got knocked out by, I think it was Michael Georgiou in the last 64 of the tournament.
He's going for it.
Got knocked out in season 1 by Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's an excellent pot.
in the last 16, and
Really impressive cueing.
especially if we win this frame, you have to say that surely we're going to win the match. I mean, it's not all over till it's over, sure, but I mean, it would be quite a comeback from Mark Allen, especially from 5-0 down to go and win the match.
Excellent pot.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
14.
Now, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but if we do win this frame, imagine if we won it 6-0. That would be amazing, particularly against Mark Allen, who has been our bogey player recently. He's the man in form in recent times. He's won a few recent tournaments. I think he's won 9 now on the whole game since the start of the career mode, which is, I believe, level with Judd Trump, who's second to Mark Selby, and Mark Selby's won something ridiculous like 16 or 17 tournaments.
He's very happy with the position here.
But at the moment, it's Mark Allen who's the man in form. So to overcome him here by such a big scoreline would be massive.
Nicely onto a red.
Got to maintain our composure though. End of the day, if we get a shot wrong, it could well be all over in this break. Clever cueing's required for all of these shots that are upcoming here. As you can see, we're not quite straight on the pink, to be honest. Wants to be a lot straighter on that. So, and I don't think we can use that cheap blue because the green blocks our route to the pocket. So we're going to have to play this pink, which I'm not too fussed about. It's okay, but I do worry about position here.
This is a half chance.
Pink's
okay.
Tremendous pot.
Not really the level of control.
Yeah, I agree with Neil Folds there. Not the level of control we were really after, so...
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
This looks okay, though. Just applied some last-minute angle,
Oh,
and, well, that clearly worked.
34.
Definitely the right decision, but we never queued that to make sure that we got the pot. At the end of the day, it was... well, no, I've worded that wrong. We of course we queued it to get the pot, but what I'm getting at is if we didn't get the pot, then we queued it so that it wouldn't leave too much on for the pistol.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
That classic line from Neil Folds whenever you with any sort of proximity to the cushion. Still potting balls though here, which is important, but I think we're going to go for this green this time and try and play for the red up bulk. Obviously it's a risk because it means there's only one shot that we've got available. Might well be a cut down the table from here, but again I can't see it, but we're absolutely fine on the red, so nothing to worry about.
Played that any better. Superb positional shot.
44.
So, just the red required here.
You heard David Hendon. Gonna have to cue this really hard though. Good shot.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the
It's been a
frame
good
now.
break really, considering the awkwardness of the reds at the start of the frame. And, well, we further punish Mark Allen and just want to wrap this up so he doesn't come back to the table to potentially get a snooker. This could well be, well, it looks like it will be, won't it? It looks like it will be 5-0 and we're only one frame away from going through and one frame away from a whitewash.
50.
As a player in form, I think Mark Allen would be targeting this UK Championship, definitely. It's a huge amount of prize money for anybody.
Nice
Anybody who wants to
position
catch up to
black.
Mark Selby, which is the best rest of the field at the moment, to be honest. Well, it's not. I'm not going to try an exhibition shot here, but I'm going to try something that I wouldn't try in normal play. Well, it's not really worked out. I wanted to get a lot better on that red, but again, we'll give it a go. Ain't going to hurt for a bit of practice. Yeah, it's there.
Position looks good for a colour.
58.
So, this pot into the right corner.
Every bit of practice we get is important. I mean, that was a shocker, to be honest, that shot was.
64.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
I'll tell you what, though. We're just on form at the moment, playing brilliantly. Wow.
65.
I mean, in normal play, I'd have never thought those reds would be possible, so I'd have probably ducked out of them. Gone, maybe not. Not going to try that. Not quite a century on here, but still a decent break. Seems a bit silly to whack the balls and say, well, that's it. There was a potential break of 99 on though, I think, because if we'd applied the... Actually, could it have been? No, yeah, would have just been 99 if we'd applied the black. But obviously, it'd have been very tricky, particularly where the black is on that side cushion to cue it for the next ball. And as you can see, the controller has run out. So I'll just replace the batteries. I'll be back with you in a minute. Controller's sorted out, luckily. It's a break of 95 on here, which is pretty good, as I say, considering the circumstances. It was awkward to queue for some of those shots, but no, we did really well. I'm really proud of the way we've played in this frame, and the way we've played in this match so far has been brilliant. I think it's far too easy when you're playing well to put yourself down and think, well, just because the opponent's not playing well, but ultimately you've got to be there. If you're knocking in 90-odd breaks, then you would suggest that there's something going right. Ooh, wants to hit that black. We queued it a little bit hard, so we avoided the cannon on it, but oh well. Not going to be any luck. We're coming off cushions, I think, but that's a break of 86 or 88, I think, in the end. But a great break, and we take a 5-0 lead against Mark Allen.
Thank you. The sixth frame. Neil Robertson.
And if he wants to remain in the Betway UK Championships, he needs to wake up very quickly. But that's a way to say, ain't going to make it easy for you, Mark, to get a frame back here. But again, he's got out of a snooker very well. I'm almost jealous of him, actually, getting out of that snooker. I was going to go for the tight pot there, but I don't think it would be the right shot to go for, personally. That's okay from there. Might well be able to see this red that we've played, though. I think he can.
This safety would be a test.
No, just a safety from Mark Allen. He's a player breath to confidence, and that safety just about shows it, really. He's got away with it, though, amazingly. I don't know if he was intending to play that. I feel like he wasn't. I'd be surprised if that was the shot he wanted to play. So we've opened a few more reds there. But we do get behind the brown, but we've not got far enough behind the brown to cover a pot on a red. Might well be able to get back into this match. Certainly in this frame. Be a massive uphill struggle there for Mark Allen to go and win this match now. But he's got the first red in this frame. He's not really got into the match at all. He's not been able to get any breaks of significance. So let's see if that changes here. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to get a frame-winning break here. He might well get a 40-50 and go a long way towards it.
No real problem here.
Which makes me wonder, after this red that's available, what he can take on. Or rather, what he can position himself for. There's certainly a few shots that he can position himself for.
18.
Interesting. Interesting choice of shot there.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
Good shot. Good shot, Alan.
22.
Fair play to you. Nice shot there. That was a shot I thought, oh, he's going for the green. This will be curtains in this break. But no, he's potted it.
23.
I'm getting a funny feeling he might well win this frame from here, you know.
25. 26.
Half a chance here.
Needs to open up something here, though.
Missed that.
Well, he's missed the blue.
Mark Allen, 26.
He's missed the blue. But I think he's got away with it. Ooh, has he? Well, we might as well give this shot a go. We've got nothing to lose. I think it will, you know. It's tough to tell. Yeah, it does go. And we've got a starter. So Mark Allen will be kicking himself even more. I didn't think anything would go from there, so it wouldn't have really been an issue. But yeah, he must be kicking himself. Problem is, though, how do we get on a red from here? Can play the straight blue, sure, but how do we get on a red?
Lots of power on this shot.
Well, he lost control of the cue ball there. He's played that poorly.
Just hoping for something there, something to come up, but it hasn't, so that's absolutely fine. Just play up to the red, hope that nothing becomes
Neil
available.
Robertson, 3.
He'll be playing safe here.
Good shot. Just play on this solitary red. Lowest risk, but where is that cue ball going to go? Where's the cue ball going? Well, we've gone in off.
Foul. Mark
Not so
Allen,
perfect for a
4.
man who's 5-0 up, and that red that we have played
He's taking the red
is
on.
a potting chance here, and he's got it. Well, fantastic.
1.
This is tough.
And he's got that pot as well. Well, I hope this isn't the start of a comeback for Mark Allen.
7.
It looks like he's going to get one frame on the board. Which, to be honest, I think he deserves. He's not been that bad to be beaten here 6-0. I think there is some sort of an inevitability that surely we're going to beat him.
Easy
But,
one, but
I mean, to be honest, that last frame is always the hardest to get.
20.
That's end of break, though.
Mark Allen, 20.
Tell you what, he's a little bit lucky there, because that's not far away from being potable. See how this goes. Do it passing the black, which it hasn't.
Not an easy one, but
Yeah,
a
one of
hard
these will
chance.
get to the middle. We're not playing too well in this frame, to be honest. Not been great at all.
6.
Played some decent snooker, though, to be fair to him. He's 54 ahead. There's only 51 left on the table, so we are at the snooker's required stage. Oh, well, he's potted the red.
Mark Allen, 7. Neil Robertson, 7.
Well, well, well.
From this position.
That's a shocker. He's got away with it, though, because there's still only 43 left on the table. Of course, we are 47 back. And I think that deficit's going to be increased here because we can't get on the pink. So we're going to have to just take the blue on. But we might as well fight to get a snooker.
Reserve and make sure your phones are off or on silent, please.
So this frame, not all over yet.
He's got nice position on the blue ball here.
It's a bit of a
1.
terrible cannon there, wasn't it? Goodness me, on the red. Misjudged that one completely, and This will make Mark Allen feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Seven.
Have to play the pink here. We've not quite got it right for the blacks, so we will be 33 behind with 27 remaining on the table.
To the right middle pocket. Tremendous shot.
13.
Not really done it there. Should have got the angle a bit better, and he'll probably will knock in this yellow, and that'll be the end of it. So a bit of a, oh well, he's missed it. I'd say something, he's not done too bad there. Oh. Well, he's not quite snookered, but he can't get a pot.
Well, he's a little fortunate there.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest. Well, this is the other way around. We need to get a snooker, not bloody Allen. I thought I'd turn my device onto silent. Apologies about my phone going off there. We're trying to get a little nick on this yellow, and then hopefully we can get the snooker right back at him.
We'll be looking at the easiest escape route here.
Not done it. We haven't done it, that's a problem. At least I don't think we hit it there. No, so that's frame definitely over now. 40 behind with 27 remaining. It wasn't the best attempt. And he's potted the yellow. So fair dues to Mark Allen. He's going to take one frame here. It's not quite going to be a whitewash, which is something that I'm a little bit gutted about. But still, we can't afford to get complacent. The match isn't over yet. You never know what can happen. This might give Mark Allen some spirit, and it might well get to 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, and then the alarm bells might well start ringing. So we've got to get ourselves into gear. But for the first time in this match, Mark Allen clears the table and gets one frame on the board.
And the frame, Mark Allen.
And now the frame is his.
Thank you, the 7th frame, Mark Allen to break.
Would ideally like to get it done this frame because, as I've said prior, you get all the bad omens of what I was just discussing of, oh, well, you know, it could well be a situation where Mark Allen makes it 5-2, 5-3. But even though that's the case, we shouldn't go for any silly shots here. But that's a good opening red.
One.
It's a good opportunity, straight from the break-off. But nevertheless, we've still got to take it.
This isn't easy.
Would have been good to queue for the black, but it certainly wouldn't have been easy to queue for the black, and there's such a small margin for error with that tight gap, so I elected not to go for that.
Taking this on.
Blues there.
Brilliant. Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
11.
Looking good so far.
12.
Just need to work out a strategy of sorting that black out. Because actually it does block the pocket, does it? No, it doesn't, luckily.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
Or else we'd have been in a little bit of bother, but we've overhit that. So this makes this a little bit more difficult than it needs to be.
just wants this pot to drop into the
Oh,
pot.
we've overhit that. It's okay though, we've potted it. We were trying to get onto the black actually there. But because we've overhit it, that's the consequence of not getting on that. And equally because we've overhit it now, we're going to struggle to go for anything else. So it's going to have to be a
Well, it goes.
blue
Smart
here and then
chance
just
here.
hope for the best. Which, judging by that reaction, hasn't really happened. No, that's not gone well.
23.
So end of break. But equally, can play a decent safety. Need that cue ball, needed it to run on a little bit more because I think that red that we've just played off is a potting chance, but he doesn't fancy it. He's hit the blue, but it's okay. Play off the edge of the pack, I think, here, which we have done, and that has led to a red becoming available. This is worrying times because we're not playing our best here, but Mark Allen is still erring on the side of caution, which I don't know if I blame him for or not particularly. I think at this point, well, probably just my temperament, but I'd be knocking the balls around like mad.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Just tried to cue this so we could get the blue in the middle pocket.
What a wonderful pot.
I've overhit that though.
1.
More like the bottom pocket, but to be fair, well, it's been cued correctly for something at least.
Tough shot coming up.
Brilliant shot.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
6.
Remember, Mark Allen's not took any pots so far this frame,
Shot.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a
which to
roll
be honest
tonight.
I'd forgotten. I felt like he potted something this frame, but
7.
clearly not. So you've just got to keep chugging away. Keep going for it, and hopefully we should be through. That black annoys me a little bit. Just makes
12.
playing for these reds a little bit more awkward. Means we have to use that blue ball a lot more. Which sure we do rely on a lot, but with the balls in this situation, this arrangement, it does make it awkward.
13.
But we're surviving at the moment. We're just going to take any scraps we can get here.
18.
Might well not be a frame winning clearance, but it'll be something at least. End of the day, we lead Mark Allen by 41 points at the moment. Make that 42.
What a top shot that
It's
is.
another 8 points he can't get.
Cueing extremely well here.
19.
Pink ball will go to the middle pocket here, which might help us out. Try and
Lining
split a
this
few
up
of these
into the
reds.
left centre pocket.
Make a few opportunities.
That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
I mean, we've just hit that too hard to garner any serious benefits, I feel. But we can get to a red, so that's positive.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket.
And as I've said before, just keep chipping away,
What a top pot that was.
which is what we will do.
Great cueing.
Hopefully this should be
26.
the clearance we need. We're going to go for the black here. No, we won't. I just think it's very complex to get on the red ball from playing the black in that position, whereas the blue just gives you that confidence to get a fairly straight shot.
We know what a prolific
Tricky
long
pot though
potter
from
he is,
here.
So I'd assume he'd take this on.
Well, it's there, great pot.
Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
We might not need the
Just wants to sink this
black
into
ball
the
in this
left
break
corner pocket.
to win the match.
Well, an excellent pot.
Wonderful shot.
32.
Just line this up nice and straight for one of the reds. Let's play with some side though, which I don't tend to do, but it was a straight shot, so not much risk involved.
38.
He just needs this red.
Well, this is the red we need. And barring snookers, we are through to the last 8 of the Betway UK Championship.
No return in this
That
match.
is music to my ears.
39.
That's great news.
He just wants to slot this into the
Played well in this match. We've deserved it. Would have been great to have done it to 0. That would have been really sweet. But to be honest, to beat Mark Allen by any scoreline is something we'll definitely take.
46.
Not the best shot there, to be honest.
This will need good cueing. He's really on fire here.
Wasn't a bad shot though from there. Wants to get some sort of position for that lonely red.
51.
And it's not the best position.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
But we'll go for the pot. If we miss this, he's not going to come back to the table. Nope, we've missed it, but I don't think he'll come back now. 74 behind with 51 remaining, and he doesn't, and we get through. That is brilliant.
He's into the quarterfinals.
What an excellent result that is. I think playing these long matches is very much a good decision, but we take Mark Allen out of the Betway UK Championship. We're through to the quarterfinal with a scoreline, a fantastic scoreline of 6 frames to 1. Who are we going to face in the quarterfinal? The beauty now compared to other tournaments in the past that anywhere we get to now is just going to be additional prize money on our ranking total, which is going to be huge. Well, this is something of a really nice moment, because in the 147 parts of our Snooker 19 playthrough, I have never ever played against Barry Hawkins. It has taken this long to get a meeting against Barry Hawkins. I mean, for a kick-off, I think that's a very kind draw. I mean, Barry Hawkins might beat us, and it's going to be an interesting dynamic with the rankings, because one of us is going to get into the semis. Wow. Well, that's interesting, because we know Mark Allen's out. So, we obviously don't have a tournament tree, so we can't work that out. So, we've got Barry Hawkins and ourselves in the quarterfinals. So there's only 6 more players left. Mark Allen's out. I would guess Selby, Trump and Willow are all in there. And then perhaps Higgins, Ronnie and Ding, but it could be anybody. This is the real shame of there being no tournament tree, but wow. Barry Hawkins in the next round. I think that's a really exciting match. And B, a really good chance for us. That's excellent. I'm just cycling through the rankings just so we haven't shown it for a little while in this depth. So just seeing if there's any interesting results. I don't think there really is this far down. But one thing I have noticed that Nopan Saingam, I hope that's his name pronounced right, he has gone up to 20th in the ranking, so he must have had a good tournament somewhere. Jan Bingtau's 19th. Ali Carter's gone up a little bit to 21st. Graham Dott 24, he's pretty much where he's always been. But yeah, this is a real good chance now. Barry Hawkins, I'm really excited for that match. If you are too, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button to be notified when that Barry Hawkins video comes out. If you're watching this a little bit in the future, hopefully on the end screen will be a link straight to that Barry Hawkins episode, so you can watch that straight from here. But I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited. I hope you guys are too. I've been TIJ Gamer. Until the next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.